Today is Monday. Oh boy, it is Monday, the last week of the month of January 2016. And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
You know, I'll never understand the generosity of some people. People are just so giving.
Sure.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Over the weekend.
What happened?
Someone gave me a cold.
Oh.
It was so nice.
Quite generous.
I haven't had one in quite some time. It was wonderful.
It's just very generous.
Yeah, I chew. To you too. But there's a lot of that going around. It's a cold. I'm not contagious.
I'm sorry you don't feel well.
Oh, I feel great.
Yeah.
I have a little stuffiness here.
Yeah.
Well, you know, what's a cold without stuffiness?
That's right. That's right.
I always said.
Tis the
My mother
season.
always told me that. She was so smart.
That's good. That's
Butch.
good. That's good.
Butch was so smart. Okay, what do we have? Today's the 16th of the month. Today is not the 16th of the month. Where did I get that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Clearly, you're not feeling well.
Is that it?
You're not feeling well.
Right? According
Today's the 25th.
To the old calendar on the wall there.
Yes, it's the
25th, and it's Monday, and people are giving everything. And we have our trivia questions today,
Yes,
and I
we
want
do.
to do this right now and get it out of the way.
Okay, do it.
No, our trivia question for Friday,
Okay.
I did not give the answer.
Oh, what was the question
The question
again?
was, who were the famous German brothers who collected and wrote down European fairy tales? And these, you know, this is back a long time ago, and fairy tales were just, people would tell them from village to village and person to person, but nobody had written them down. Well, these two guys got together and collected them and wrote them down and put them in a book. It was the Brothers Grimm.
Oh.
They collected such things as Hansel and Gretel and all that sort of thing.
Sure.
Okay? Now, that's done.
That's done.
That part is done. We'll have another trivia question coming up in a moment.
Great.
Today, the 25th of January, having a birthday today is Gregory Sierra. If you don't know the name, you know if you saw him. He was on Barney Miller.
Okay.
He was on Soap. He was on Hill Street Blues. He was on Murder, She Wrote several times. But he's just one of those character actors, Hispanic guy who's been around a long time. Born in New York, however. And very talented actor. He's 75 today.
Very nice.
Lee Taylor Young played Kimberly on Dallas.
Okay.
She also was on Picket Fences, Sunset Beach, and Passions. She's 71 today. Dinah Manoff was on Soap. I remember her from Empty Nest and State of Grace. She's 58 today. Michael Trevino was on Vampire Diaries. He played the character Tyler Lockwood. Were you ever into that, the vampire thing?
No.
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 No, me either. No. 31. He is 31 today, and those are the birthdays for the 25th of January. There you go.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Now let's talk about some things that may be coming up.
Sure.
What do you have?
Well, we had, what have you got? What have you got? We had a great time at Business After Hours last Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
We were with our friends at Everett, Womble, and Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
In their new business location, which is on William Street across from the post office.
Wow.
So, you know, we have talked about this for a couple of weeks, that they were for many years on Spence Avenue and are now transitioning over to their new location. So we appreciate them and had a great time, and appreciative of all the folks that came out. This week, we have got our annual banquet. So this is a big week for us.
Wow.
It's a Thursday evening at Walnut Creek.
Wow.
Our annual banquet, we keep it nice and condensed. We'll have heavy hors d'oeuvres and social hour, and then we'll have a nice, neat package of a program where things such as the passing of the gavel. So Dr. Scott Lefevers will pass the gavel. We have a huge gavel we pass to Mr. Neil Benton, who will serve as chairman of the board in 2016. We will thank our outgoing board members, introduce new board members that are joining the board. We give an Ambassador of the Year award, an Ollie Toomey Volunteer Service of the Year award, and the prestigious Cornerstone Award. And that is, all of those are surprises for the community. So it's a great night of celebration from what was accomplished in 2015 and where we're going in 2016.
Two things. Number one, I miss Ollie Toomey.
Oh,
what a great guy.
What a great man.
And number two, you said heavy hors d'oeuvres. What do they weigh?
What
How heavy are they?
You can stack your plate up. But I'll tell you, if you've not been, if you're watching and you're going, you know, what's the Cornerstone Award? What is all that about? It is a lifetime of service. It's awarded to someone in Wayne County who does not have to be a chamber member. It's who's made a lasting impression and brought progress to our community. If you want to know who the former recipients are, if you go down to Cornerstone Commons, on Center Street, and you walk around that beautiful area, you will see their stone placard. What would you call those? They're
Bricks.
well, they're beautiful.
They
They're
are beautiful,
engraved,
yes.
beautiful, engraved, beautiful
Stone.
Pavers.
Thank
you. Yes,
Pavers,
we'll say
kinda,
that.
yeah,
We'll
they
say
got
that.
names on them and all.
Go see it. Walk
Yeah.
around. It's quite incredible. I will
is.
bet that you know most, if not all, of the men and women whose names will be there out there. So go see it. It's really neat.
It is really neat. Okay. Well, we're getting the high sign over here. We're going to have to go, but I've got much more when we come back. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment. Our guest is the director of our Cooperative Extension Service. We welcome Kevin Johnson. How you doing, sir?
All right, Mr. Alley. Thank you for letting me come in.
Appreciate you coming by. We want to talk about something that's coming up. We got this is going to be a short interview about Farmland. Now, this is a movie that we want to talk about.
Absolutely. It's a movie that describes the lives of 6 farmers.
Okay.
And it's not just big farmers. It includes little farmers, organic farmers, traditional farmers. But it shows the lives of these farmers and their families. And it's touching and it's emotional and it's something that people need to see, because there's a misconception out there that farms are not family farms. But 90% of all farms are family farms. And they're small businesses.
The misconception is that farms are owned by major corporations.
They're big corporate farms.
Big corporate farms.
Yeah,
right? But that's not the case.
It's not the case. It is definitely not the case.
Especially here in Wayne County.
Wayne County, I mean, no. I mean, even though you have some large family groups like Goldsboro Milling that's owned by, but their animals are being raised by these family farms. So it's something that people really need to see. And if you think about America today, most of the population, they don't live on the farm. And in a lot of cases, they're 3 to 5 generations off the farm. They don't know really anything about where their food comes from. They don't know what the struggles are of being a farmer. And so this is a great film just to go watch, enjoy, bring the family and come out and just learn a little bit about what these families go through. And it's not just about their struggles, it's about their successes, and it's about life on the farm.
Wayne County is a farming community, and every single person in in North Carolina, in fact the country, is affected somehow by farming from Wayne County. Everybody in the country, because we're a major player in the farming industry, the agriculture industry in the country.
We are. You think about, even if you're in California, if you go buy turkey, whether it's sandwich meat or you buy whole turkey, guess what? There's a good chance you're getting something from Butterball.
That's exactly right.
Think about pickles. Go to a grocery store in Seattle or a grocery store in Phoenix. You're going to probably go in there and pick up pickles. Good chance going to be Mount Olive pickles on the shelves.
Because they're there.
They're there, exactly. we're on a national and even an international scale.
That's right.
So Wayne County is a big player in America. We're top 10 in swine production or pigs. We're top 10 in turkey production, and we're top 10 in tobacco production, believe it or not. So, on top 10, I mean top 10 counties in America.
Right.
So we're just a player, and people in the county need to be aware of that, and I think a lot of people are. If you get outside of town, it doesn't take long to figure out you're in the country.
That's exactly right.
You see the livestock operations, you see the equipment in the fields, and there's a lot of activity going on. But still, there's only about 1.5% of the American population lives on the farm, and that's about true in Wayne County too.
Farms are getting smaller. They're getting smaller, and there are fewer of them.
Fewer
than there
of
ever
them.
have been.
A very interesting statistic is that in 1950 there were right at 5,000 farmers in Wayne County, and in 2012 there's 563.
62 years later.
62 years later, you're looking at about 4,500 less farmers.
Yeah, 10%.
Yeah.
That's 90% fewer.
Exactly.
90%.
And another interesting fact is that we've lost 99,000 acres of farmland in 62 years. So
In Wayne County?
In Wayne County.
We've lost that much.
99,000 acres.
So they've had to become more efficient, smarter,
Exactly.
growing things better ways, quicker, faster.
That's right. Technology's changed, tremendously with our equipment, with genetics, biotechnology. A lot of things have changed, and so we're still very, very productive, but we're just doing it with less.
And there's more than 3,000 counties in the United States.
Yes.
And we're in the top 10. Think about that.
In 3 commodity groups.
In 3 commodity groups. So we're an
Yeah.
important factor in the agriculture industry in the country.
We really are.
That's why we encourage everyone to see this movie. And the even better news is that this movie's free.
It is free. It is free. We're showing it at the Paramount Theater.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday, January 26th at 7 p.m.
It's coming Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday. No tickets required, and it's free. So we're recommending come early. Not sure what kind of crowd we're going to have. Hopefully the weather will cooperate.
Hopefully.
But, come on out. Paramount Theater holds 500 people. Let's fill this thing up.
It's a beautiful theater, and you will be comfortable watching this movie. It's called Farmland, beginning at 7 p.m. this Tuesday evening. And I strongly encourage you go see it. It's a very interesting movie.
Yes, sir. And
free.
And if you come on out, it's free. That's
Yeah,
important.
That's
it is
important
free.
Part, yeah.
And if you want to, you can maybe come to one of the restaurants downtown, get something to eat, and then come to the movie.
That's a great idea.
So it's just an option. But please, if you can, come on out. I think you'll have a good time.
You made a good point. Now, when you're at local restaurants, just think and remember where these local restaurants get their food.
That's exactly right. I mean, when you go to some place, and I hate to mention any names because there's multiple establishments downtown, they're in other parts of Goldsboro, but especially a local type restaurant, then a lot of times you are supporting local. And some of our restaurants are buying their products locally.
That's right.
So that means we're supporting, we're keeping the money in the county, and it helped promote our economy.
All right. It's very important. The movie begins at 7 p.m. It's at the Paramount Theater. There's no charge. It's all free, and you should see this movie. We want to thank Kevin for coming by. Any final words?
Please come out and watch it. I'll be there. I might even say a few words. So.
Are you going to sing?
Probably won't sing.
He won't sing.
Probably not a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. But look, Kevin, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you coming.
All right. Yes, sir.
Most Americans are 5 generations removed from the farm, and each generation gets a little farther. Some people still view farmers as the old guy on a rickety tractor with overalls.
That's not the case at all. We're just like everyone else, we just have different jobs. We're normal.
The core of it is still growing and producing something, but the way we do it has changed.
We've got way more technology, we've got way better equipment.
If this is representative, you have more melons than I have.
The global demand for food is growing. As a younger generation, we have to find some way to keep up with that and maintain that.
Farming is an inherently risky business.
It's high risk, high reward.
I've been broke more times than you'd want to know.
If the market drops or sales are getting rejected, let me see what I can do.
It's a very real concern that you lose everything. And so, what do you do?
It's all at the mercy of the weather.
A few less inches of rain is the difference between a good crop and no crop.
Have you found anything?
I'm not even finding a seed.
Just trying to keep my head above water some days.
You leave a lot up to Mother Nature.
And Mother Nature never takes a day off.
I live for the future, and so I farm for the future. Because my time's up. It isn't about me. It's about the next generation.
Lots of people talk about how hard they work, but until you know a farmer, you don't know what hard work is.
Basic needs for food don't just appear in a grocery store.
We spent so much time and so much effort into making something happen. And when it finally does happen, we're pretty proud of it.
It's what I do, it's what I love. Anybody that knows me is gonna say, farmer.
Some days the kids are riding with me on a tractor and I'm still at my job. I'm living my dream.
Our guest in the studio today is Jason Smith, and Jason, in his scout uniform, is a scout, obviously.
Absolutely.
How you doing?
Doing wonderful.
I'm glad you're here.
Glad to
Now,
be here.
recently, not recently, but over the past few years, we've had Tim Harper come by for the Tuscarora Council and talk to us about scouting. And Tim has moved on to retirement, that lazy bum. But Jason, I'm just kidding, I love Tim. But Jason is with us now, and Jason, tell us about Jason Smith. Now, you are the new director?
The new Scout Executive for the Tuscarora Council. I've been involved with the Boy Scouts about 30 years, worked for the Boy Scouts for the last 15, coming here from the Heart of Virginia Council in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay, all right. And you are here coming into town in October?
Yes, got here October 16th.
Now, how long have you been with the Scouts?
Total, just over 30 years. Working for the Boy Scouts about 15 years.
Okay, all right. So you were a scout, obviously, to start.
Yes, sir.
And,
Eagle Scout.
Eagle Scout, and 30 years you've been a scout, and 15 in
working for councils.
Working for them. All right. So tell us about the Tuscarora Council. What is a council? And that is one of many across North Carolina. But what's a council?
Sure. So as a national organization, of course, Boy Scouts of America being a national youth program has to figure out how to best serve the communities, and we do that through local councils. And across the country, we've got 265 councils that serve the youth in a particular geographic area. Here in North Carolina, we've got 10 councils, Tuscarora Council being one of them. We serve 4 counties, the counties of Wayne, Johnston, Duplin, and Sampson.
Okay. Of which Wayne is one, of course, as you just said. And we'll talk about Wayne County in just a moment, but scouting has come a long way just in the last few years. It used to be the little old lady crossing the street, and building campfires and building bridges with rope and no nails.
Absolutely.
And anybody in scouting has been there.
Yes.
Over the past few years, though, it's changed. Scouting has become a little more current with issues and such.
Sure.
Tell us about that. What do we cover
Scouting
now?
has been around since 1910.
Right.
And we still retain all of the core values that we have, the helping others.
Right.
Generally speaking, that's called the helping the little old lady cross the street. We still have merit badges, still have the Eagle Scout, still build pioneering projects and build things out of woods and that sort of thing. But we also have a fantastic outdoor component. The outdoor component has been there since the original times of going camping and doing outdoor stuff, but we have updated that to include all the high adventure activities. Matter of fact, we now have one of our newest high adventure bases in Beckley, West Virginia is the Summit. That high adventure base has everything from lots and lots of climbing towers to the largest skate park in the world.
Wow.
To downhill mountain biking and downhill skateboarding, all the things that kids like to do in the outdoors. We've got the facilities to do that.
Kids and older kids.
And the adults.
There you go.
And the adults,
Especially the downhill biking.
Sure.
Wow.
Sure.
And that's in Beckley.
That's in Beckley, but we have that here locally too. Our camp, Camp Tuscarora, is 1,300 acres. That is our council's camp. We've got a skate park at that camp and a BMX bike track and mountain bike trails and all that stuff here locally as well. So.
Oh boy. Now, and young kids and young people love this. They love the activity and the competition. But what makes a good candidate for scouting?
Anybody that wants to have fun, really. We have a lot of different programs. We have our Cub Scout program, which is elementary school based for 1st grade through 5th grade boys. Again, it's outdoor based, it's activity based, it's get out there, have a good time. We have our Boy Scout program, which most people are familiar with, which is middle school and high school boys aged 11 to 18, and again, that's outdoor based, getting out there and have fun. We also have Venturing, which is a co-ed program for high school students. That's high adventure based. And we have Exploring, which is co-ed, high school, and that's career-based. So we work with different organizations to create a program where young men and women who are interested in a particular career can go check that career out.
And that's not just a career. We're talking police.
Police,
talking
fire, rescue,
Yeah.
all, you name it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is it takes on a whole new concept,
It
a whole
does.
new environment for young people to get into a future career.
Absolutely.
So the local, where's the local Tuscarora camp? Where is that?
Local Tuscarora camp is Camp Tuscarora. It's here in Johnston County. From Goldsboro, it's about 25 minutes away.
It's out 13, isn't it? Highway 13. And as you mentioned, there's a lot of things to do there.
There is.
So would a young person who is unsure whether he wants to become a scout or not be, could they just come out and take a tour, look around?
Absolutely. We've got the camp there. Tim Wertzer, our camp ranger, is there all the time. He'd be happy to show anybody around. But the biggest thing I can say is if scouting is something that your child might be interested in, or you as a parent might be interested in, is contact the council. We've got 126 PAX, troops, crews, and posts across the council, and we can connect you with a unit leader that's in your neighborhood. You can go take a visit, see what all they're doing, and see how it might work for you.
I was going to ask you about that. How many troops do we have and PAX do we have here in Wayne County?
Here in Wayne County,
In
there's
Wayne
41.
County. 41?
41.
That means there's one on every corner just about.
That's what we try.
And they are in churches and in
churches, civic clubs,
yeah.
all over the place.
Represented by many different entities and here in Wayne County. And it's easy to become a member.
Absolutely.
And if you're unsure, if you want your child to get into scouting, become interested in scouting, I highly recommend it. It makes adults. They grow up so much faster. They understand responsibility and the importance of it. And
right.
They just become really good Americans when they get into scouting.
Our goal is that the young men and women that are involved in scouting grow up to be able to make the moral and ethical choices over their lifetimes that can instill in them a scout oath and scout law and become better citizens, better leaders, better parents. That's really our goal.
So tell me about the merit badges. How many merit badges are there now?
Well, there's 138 merit badges.
Wow, okay, that keeps you busy,
so
doesn't it?
A scout has a lot of different merit badges they can earn, and it's merit badges everything from the merit badges that you think of when you think of Boy Scouts, like camping and cooking and things like that, but they're also cutting edge ones, movie making.
Movie making?
Absolutely.
I didn't know about that one.
Game design.
Okay.
All of those are part of our new program. So as new things become more and more popular, nuclear science being one of them. And
nuclear science, that's good. That's a good one.
So there's merit badges for pretty much any interest level. Anything that you think that you might have an interest in, there's a merit badge that would be associated with that activity.
That is so true. So, Jason, with that is a 40-some PAX and troops in the area. It's easy to become a scout. How do you get the parents involved with this?
Well, generally what we do is we'll do recruitment, and youth will sign up for a program, and there's already a core group of parents involved in helping out, and those parents will ask parents to help out in any way. So generally speaking, most parents get involved doing something at some level within their unit. It could be driving the kids to a camp out. It could be helping out with the decorations for a court of honor or something like that, but there's always something, there's always help that's needed on a unit level and on a district and council level. If someone is not associated with a unit but still wants to help out scouts, there's all sorts of things, big and small, that we can always use a helping hand with.
You can always use volunteers.
Absolutely.
Very good. So, someone's interested, what do they do? They contact, of course, they can contact the local troop if they know that there's one.
If they know that there's a local troop, they can always stop by or contact the unit leader. In the event that they don't know where they may need, who needs help or where to involve help, you can always contact our council directly or call me directly, and we'll get you set up with somebody.
So all we need now is a phone number. What's that number?
Sure. You can call me directly. My number is 919-750-5525.
750-5525.
And that's my cell phone, so you can...
Is it really?
It is.
Wow, you're a brave man.
Yes.
Just throw it out there.
Absolutely.
All right, Jason Smith, thank you so much. I appreciate all your work.
Thank you
very much. That's where I got the 16 a lot ago.
That's right. That's right.
2016.
2016.
16th year of 20. Kind of, sort of. Okay. So here's today's trivia question. I'll give you the answer in just a moment. The category is angels. Angels. Okay? Oh, how about that? I can't use that one. Let's see here. Well, what's the name of the guardian angel? We've talked about this, and I have mentioned the answer to this before, just in conversation. What is the name of the guardian angel who earns his wings in the film It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh, you have talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
We've talked about this. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's
Okay.
the question. Give you the answer in just a moment.
Great.
What do you do? How much work do you go through to come up with passwords for your password necessary things on your computer thing there?
If I'm being honest,
Yes,
not a whole lot of work. 'Cause
Well,
I
be
use-
dishonest.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Not a whole lot of work. I will say this. It is very difficult because a lot of the password, because of security reasons, you have to have X amount of letters. You got to have exclamation points and numbers and all that. So it's a pain. It's pain.
It kind of sort of
It
can
can be a pain.
There are so many different ways of coming up with passwords, and some of them are pretty nifty, if that's a word.
That's a word.
Okay, but passwords, it says here, this coming from my friends at Mental Floss, passwords are generally linked to something personal, like a dead pet, a pet that's passed away, a birthday, or something like that. But sometimes the creator just doesn't have the time to think of something sentimental. Instead, they opt for password as a password, or the less literal but still very lazy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Sure, sure.
People actually do this, and I don't get it, why they do that. To be fair, it can be really hard to come up with interesting and or complicated passwords, especially in this day and age when we need passwords to access just about everything.
Right.
So every year, password management company Splash Data, that's the name of the company, compiles a list of the most popular and worst passwords. Using data from millions of stolen passwords that were made public, these leaked passwords are, as one might expect, super easy to guess.
Okay.
Instead of complex passwords filled with random letters and numbers and signs, we get bewilderingly simple word and number patterns. Here, I will give you the 10 worst passwords you could possibly use. Number 10 is baseball.
Okay.
And that's it, just plain baseball.
Just baseball.
Just baseball. Number 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8, imagine your password being 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no one will ever guess that.
No, never.
No. Football, number 7. Number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No one will ever guess that one. And then number 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in a pattern here. We need to get out of this.
Right.
Number 4, this is different. The password is QWERTY. QWERTY. And if you look at your keyboard, that's the first group of letters along the top row.
Get
QWERTY.
Easy. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is number 3. Password is number 2. And the most popular but stupid password to use, pardon me, somebody's using that, and I just call them stupid. Duh.
What is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More people use that than any of these others that shouldn't be used.
Yeah, so if you're watching and you use any of those, certainly reset your password to something more complicated, because if you throw in a ampersand or something else to it, it helps strengthen it.
It does help. Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Try to use upper and lowercase. Start out with an uppercase and go the rest of them lower if you have to.
And then you'll be like me, and I'll enter in the password, and it will keep bouncing back that it's not right, and you'll either, one, lock yourself out, or you have to reset it, because you can't remember if you capitalized it or not.
And some of the others, here's one. Number 14 was 111111.
Yeah.
Another one, let me in.
Let me in. Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
Wow.
I wouldn't have thought about that.
Well, somebody, it's not very big. And then somebody finished out the top numbers, top characters
Sure.
across the typewriter. On the top row, QWERTYUIOP. That's the first row.
That's
across the
awesome.
top.
That's awesome. Well, they do have apps out for you to safely and securely, supposedly, manage all of your passwords.
Yes.
I don't trust it for some reason.
Well, I know I don't either, but they're supposed to be decent programs. Well, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Hope you're able to join us tomorrow at 7 a.m., noon, and 5:30 p.m. We'll be right here, and we hope you're right there. So until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniel.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.